Welcome to another episode of OBH Sports. This episode is sponsored by Snubbed Coffee. Head over to snubbedcoffee.com or snubbedrecords.com. Takes you to the same place. Click on coffee. Buy some coffee. Our signature roast, Punk Roast, is single origin from Medellin, Colombia. Snubbed Coffee. Get some coffee.
You ready, champ?
I'm ready for this my whole life.
Then you take us out on feet.
Back in 82, when the Cowboys was strong, I played flag football.
Bob Barker died.
I know.
I think it was read. It was like, he died at 99, which was like 1 cent short.
That
of
is
100.
Before going over.
Yeah, before going over.
Bob taking it to the very end. That
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
the perfect end
It is.
to a man of Bob Barker's stature.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he was already dead. So I was kind of
surprised.
surprised when I saw that.
I was kind of surprised that he was 99. I
Yeah.
thought he was a little bit younger than that.
It's because he's looked the same since he was 60.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't look a day over 96.
Yeah, for 40, 60 straight years. That show, boozing and womanizing.
What's the over under on how many gumas Bob Barker had?
Oh, I mean,
I mean hundreds.
yeah, it's got to be over 100. I would
He's
say
keeping-
100 would be the over under, and I would go over.
Yeah.
This
Without
was
a doubt.
this was the you're talking about the womanizing part of Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was at least, it was definitely all of the chicks that were like,
oh yeah. I mean, there's
the show,
stories. I'm sure everybody's heard the stories, the Bob Barker stories.
I could only imagine, especially back in the 70s and 80s when that shit was
With
just
that,
like,
with that long, skinny microphone.
yeah, with the little tiny blonde.
Look at that microphone.
You made
oh.
that shit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bob Barker's mic drop was a different kind of mic drop.
Yeah, that mic has been some places, man.
Yeah.
Oh, how long has that show been on? Since the 70s, right? Or is it
I think it's
80s?
the longest
late
running
80s.
show ever, right? I'm
I
pretty
think
no.
so.
It goes back to the 70s. I think it goes back to the 60s.
Yeah.
60s?
70s for sure.
Let me see.
70s. I would say 70s for sure.
I'm almost positive it's the longest running show ever.
So there was a 1956 to 66 show of the same name, and then it came back in 72.
Yeah. So if it's been running since 72,
And Bob Barker was there since 72 to 2007. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Long time.
Holy shit.
Aside from like news, that's got to be like the longest running show
It's
ever.
the longest running game show in the US and is one of the longest running network series in the US. What ran longer than that?
News.
Oh, I guess so.
News, definitely news. I know the longest running television program ever is like
Bonanza.
whatever nightly news thing that's been going since the beginning of television.
Yeah. Which isn't fair because that's just like,
Yeah.
it's not even the
It's-
same thing.
But
for-
yeah. It's not even.
Damn.
I was about to say it's not even entertainment, but actually that's all it is now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it's fiction.
News fotainment.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's September 4th, 1972. And it's funny, they have a list of all of their hosts, and there's two, which is so impressive. That's so cool. It's like the Steelers coaches.
That's right. There's the only like
It's like four.
all four of them.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was that
Whole-
it,
yeah.
it was that one guy, then it was Mike Tomlin.
Mhm.
Or is there only three?
Ooh, I thought there was four, but you might. Let me
Because
think.
it went from Chuck Knoll.
Yeah.
Unless there was somebody before Chuck Knoll, which there might have been.
Did it go right to what's his name though? from
Yeah,
that?
it went from Chuck Knoll to oh my God, why can't I remember his name?
I see his face clear as day.
Yeah, he's on what? Jesus Christ.
It's that old shit, man. I'm telling you. I couldn't. I was talking to
I can hear
Missy,
his voice
the
and
tattoo
see his
person the other
face.
day. I couldn't think of the name Richie Ramone.
Yeah, Getting old is weird. But anyways, is it Bill? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Bill.
Why am I drawing a blank on this?
This is amazing.
This is so stupid. But anyways, it went from
Travis,
from
you know, and you're just laughing at us.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, of course. That's exactly what he's doing.
Listen,
He's
did
not
I ever
senile
tell you
yet.
guys? Did I ever tell you guys about my affiliation with the Rooney family?
No.
Oh,
So the Rooney family, there's Art Rooney and there's Dan Rooney, and I forget which one, but one of them owns the Kennel Club down here in West Palm Beach, which is was the dog track when dog racing was still legal, and the
Mhm.
card room, and I dealt cards there for a while.
No shit.
Yeah, for
are you
several
in the
years.
mafia?
I'm not
No
allowed to be in the
comment.
Irish mafia.
Always say
They're
no
like
comment.
you're like you're too hairy to be in the Irish mafia. That's what they kept telling me. But anyways, I got that job because my aunt she was head of personnel at the Kennel Club down here for many years until she retired. And so like her and my uncle ended up going to like several Steelers games, like highty tighty shit, because it was, the Rooney family. And apparently I'm going to tell this story probably bad, but like they were at one in like this box, and it was like a pregame thing. It was like the day before the game. And my uncle, he's a beer drinker like me, and he came around the corner. He's like, I gotta pee. And like he came around the corner to go to the bathroom, and bam, he like accidentally ran into someone, and it was Ben Roethlisberger.
Wow.
And he was like, oh, sorry. And Ben's like, it's no problem. And the next game, he ended up getting hurt. And my uncle says it's because he ran into him. So just to give you, my uncle is 5'5", maybe 160 pounds
Of steel.
And it's Bill.
It's a family legend. We're ingrained in NFL history because of this.
It's Bill Cower, by the way.
Yeah.
And yes, it was somebody before Chuck Noll. There was their very first coach. He was only from 66 to 68, but his name's Bill Austin.
Wow.
So
That's
he
fucking
coached
crazy.
for 2 seasons. Yeah. And then Chuck Noll coached from 69 to 91, Cower from 92 to 2006, and Mike Tomlin from 07 to 2023.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like the amount of quarterbacks the Jets have in a year.
Yeah, same with the Commanders.
I get a lot of hate for this dude. I love Mike Tomlin.
I like him too.
Why shouldn't anybody?
I don't know, dude. Every time I say that, they're like, "Fuck that guy." I'm like, "Why?" I just think that guy's the fucking man.
What that
He's
is
super smart.
It's jealousy, Travis. It's people who can't look at another team and go, "Those guys are really good, and that's a really good coach, and I can show them respect." It's jealousy. It's people with shitty teams who are like, "Fuck that! They always win, man." That's like, that's what that is.
That's
so that's why everyone is so mean to my Dolphins.
Yeah.
The old peach and teal.
You're forgiven.
Fly, Dolphins, fly.
Over the road to victory.
You know where Tomlin played his college football?
Was it Virginia?
Ooh,
It's in Virginia, but it's not Virginia.
It wasn't UVA?
No.
West Virginia?
William and Mary.
William and Mary, yeah, which is like a super hard school to get into.
Yeah, my dad went there actually.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he went there.
You. Oh.
I don't know. Well, my dad went there for
NASA
2
over here. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, my dad went there for 2 years. He was trying to play football there because he had just come off of like back-to-back state championships in Virginia as a starting quarterback / starting safety.
Damn.
But yeah, he won like athlete of the year 2 years in a row in Virginia and won the Virginia State Championship. Yeah, for Christchurch Academy.
Wow.
But he got to William and Mary, and my dad's only like 5'8", so
that's when size
relate
caught up
to
with
that.
it.
Division One, a Division
Yeah.
One school, or at that time they were probably Division 1A, but yeah, they're not really going for a 5'8" quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so your dad played both sides of the ball?
He did.
A quarterback and a safety?
Yeah. Iron Man.
Jesus Christ.
That's some Al Bundy.
This
shit
is like
right there.
this is back in
Al Bundy.
this is back in the 60s. My dad was born in 1948. So
Rolled up the helmet and put it in my back pocket after practice.
That's how it was back then. You know, the best players did everything.
Yeah.
Look at slinging Sammy Baugh for my old skins. When he first came in the league, he was their starting quarterback and starting safety and the punter
That's awesome.
for like, and like he played safety and like started at safety and quarterback for like I want to say his like first 4 years in the NFL before he stopped playing defense, and he has like 14 career interceptions.
Fun fact, you know that Joe Theismann had one punt and it was for negative yards.
Yeah, also Joe Theismann actually used to return punts for the Redskins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before he became the starting quarterback. He the first few years he was there, he was like the backup quarterback. He was coming out of the CFL. And yeah, he returned a few punts and he was the holder too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this episode, which will come out in 2 days, is going to be the last episode before the football season starts. So the next episode will be like between week 1 and 2. So I was thinking that we could do some predictions for the season on this episode.
The Jets are winning the Super Bowl, baby.
What the fuck, dude?
Don't steal my prediction, man.
I thought we were basing this podcast on facts.
I don't got time for your facts.
Just don't have time for a Super Bowl.
Tell you, man. 1969 and 2024 Super Bowl champions. So I was thinking we could go and we could predict the winner of each division, what the conference championship games will be, and what the Super Bowl will be.
Oh yeah, and then we'll see how we by season end we'll
have to cut. I'm going to take good notes. I started thinking about it. I'm having a real hard time with the NFC South.
You guys just want to start since you're both AFC East fans, you want to start in the AFC East now?
AFC East. Let's do it.
All right.
We'll do AFC East, West, South, North, and then we'll do the NFC East, West, South, North. I have to have some fun, so I'm going to say the Jets. Jets are my AFC East champion.
I mean, it's possible.
Is it though?
It is. Dude, Aaron Rodgers is adding Aaron Rodgers to that team is huge. And then they completely beefed up their offensive line. He's got mad guys to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
Like on paper, the Jets should be winning that division. Well, I mean, the Bills are really good. And the Dolphins.
Travis is like, you're forgetting somebody.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I don't know.
The Bills are on a decline, dude. I don't think the Bills are on a decline.
You're biased though. You're biased to them like I say the Eagles are way overrated.
No, this is completely objective reporting. Yeah. The Bills are on the downslope.
This is not fake news.
I mean, the Dolphins could, if Tua doesn't get injured, the Dolphins could take that division. This is what's going to be. All right.
I honestly think wholeheartedly the Dolphins and the Jets, they're going to toggle for first and second. I wholeheartedly think that.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're going to toggle for first and second.
That first Monday Night Football game will be huge. We'll see. Bills at Jets.
Yeah. Dude, all right. So real quick, a fun fact about that. Obviously, James Cook and Dalvin Cook. I don't know if you guys know their whole names, but they're brothers.
Yeah.
So it's James Dalvin Cook and Dalvin James Cook.
Weird.
Their parents are interesting.
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
Wait. James Cook plays for who?
Buffalo.
What position is he?
He's a running back.
He's also a running back. Okay. Is he a rookie this year? He's been there.
I don't think so. I think he's been in the league for a little bit.
He's not anywhere near as good as his brother.
Wasn't he on the Patriots?
I don't know. I've never heard of this James Cook you speak of.
I'll look up the Cook brothers. Let me make sure I got my facts correct. I know they're definitely like related.
James Cook, the clear. Oh wait, Yeah, 9 hours ago.
Yeah,
the clear
that's
top
it.
back in Buffalo. All
That's
right,
it. Yep.
well,
James Dalvin Cook and Dalvin James Cook.
I don't know how
That's
that
it.
one slipped by me, but it did.
That's funny.
Well, the only reason he's the clear is because Naheem Hunt. God damn it, Naheem Hines. That name is gonna give me a fucking stroke. Yeah, it's done for the season, I believe. He got injured in training camp.
That was their big returner too. He had some good returns. And hey, can't cry over spilled bills, guys.
He was a receiving back too, but he's always one of those guys that pushes the top backs because he's good, you know. So we're all in agreement that the Patriots are going to be last place.
Dead last.
Yeah.
Pitiful.
I mean, it's hard for me to say that as a Jet fan.
I think
hope that's true.
I think the Jets are going to win the division.
One of my favorite games last year was the Jets beating the Bills.
This is why I think the Jets are going to win the division, because previous to Breece Hall getting injured last year, they were 5-2.
I mean, they have the best, the rookie of the year for offense and defense.
Yeah, and they literally had no quarterback. Like their quarterback was averaging 2 of 7 for 70 yards and 3 interceptions, and they were still winning with that.
Yeah.
Put Rodgers in there with more people to throw to and a revamped offensive line. I mean, come on. Yeah. Like, it doesn't make sense if they lose.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Right. So you have the Jets too?
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to win the division.
You got the Jets too? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were friends.
Travis, who is your AFC East winner this year?
I have been watching the Dolphins preseason, Travis. The Jets are winning the division.
I'm not even gonna let you bait me on that. So, because no one has played and Wilkins hasn't even looked at the field. Oh, but I am glad I brought that up. I am absolutely fucking really upset. They signed Zach Sealer, which is great. He's a great tackle. But they were the 1-2 punch with Sealer and Wilkins. And apparently they're still miles away for reaching a deal with Wilkins, which is disheartening at best. Like, how could you not sign the guy you built your fucking defense around? And of course, you see all these other defensive linemen in his draft class get huge deals, big deals. So how could you think you not have to give him that deal? You know.
So he hasn't been practicing or hasn't played in the preseason or nothing.
So he's practiced, but he hasn't done the 11-on-11. He hasn't played.
He's been privately working out, basically.
Exactly. So I don't know if he's gonna do like a fucking Le'Veon Bell thing where he holds out. A lot of times that doesn't work out well for the player.
Is he still on his rookie deal?
As far as I know, yeah.
What year is this for him? Do you know?
20s. Oh, how? I think it was year 3.
Yeah,
4. Year 3 or 4.
Yeah, so
I think he was 2017
coming in. Oh, like drafted in 2017.
I think so.
So that's 6.
No. 2019.
Okay, yeah. So this would be year 4. So yeah, because this at the end of this season is when they got to decide if they're going to pick up his 5th-year option. Then
right.
And basically he wants a contract extension now,
and he deserves it. He fucking deserves it.
And the team is sitting back and saying, "Well, we'll see how you perform if we're going to pick up your 5th-year option, or we'll give you an extension."
For lack of, I don't even know, but it's fucking really disheartening.
Who's going to win the AFC East in your mind?
What do you want me to say here, man? Like,
I want you to say the Dolphins, and I want you to have fun with it. I don't want you to say the Bills, so I think the Bills are actually going to do it. And if you say the Bills, that gives you 1 point at the end of the season when we go back to this episode.
Let me tell you why I don't think it's going to be the Bills. Because 2 different occasions with a 3rd-string quarterback did the Dolphins come within 3 points of beating them. Mm-hmm. With a 3rd-string quarterback who was in a playoff game in his first year. The Bills aren't it. The Bills aren't fucking it. Like, they showed us that they weren't it. So it's not going to be the Bills.
Say the Jets, man. Say the Jets.
I'm not going to do that either.
I don't know what happened to Skylar Thompson, Granted, I know he was forced to play last year and he started a playoff game and he looked halfway decent in that playoff game at times. I don't know what happened to him between then and now, but he has looked god awful in the preseason against third stringers. He threw like the most horrendous pick I've ever seen.
Yeah, he threw. Honestly,
like,
dude, like
what are you doing?
He threw
To a
the ball
third
like
stringer.
end over
Yeah.
end. He threw the ball like a punt.
It was against like
That doesn't matter because we're not going to need him this year.
No, I mean
because everyone knows Tua's doing jiu-jitsu and he's learning how to fucking fall right.
That's good. I also you have Mike White sitting behind him, who, if Tua does go down for a few games, Mike White is a very competent quarterback to have as a backup. So, he can win you a game. He can even win you two.
I'm the Dolphins are going to win.
Okay.
The Dolphins are going to win the division.
I mean,
gotcha.
If the Dolphins win that division, it's because of two people, Tua and Mike McDaniel.
Yep. And I can't argue with that, dude. I cannot with that syzygy that they have going on. Like when they're on, they're on. I do think a lot of this has to, especially on the defensive side of the ball, when we getting Jalen Ramsey back, and if Christian Wilkins plays and doesn't hold out, that boosts my theory on that even more.
And for anybody out there who still thinks that Tua can't throw the ball and doesn't have an arm and that he'll never be a competent NFL quarterback, and we're talking crazy that Tua is good, he led the league last year in passes completed with the amount of time the ball was in the air, or like yardage wise or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of like throwing the ball 5 yards, like Tua's completions were the largest in the NFL, like in terms of yardage. Like I'm not talking about like a 70, like he throws a 70-yard touchdown and the receiver ran the ball fucking 65 yards because it was a screen. Tua was throwing the ball deep and connecting deep. Like I think Tua is
just look game two of last season against the Ravens, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how to say this stat. I don't know what the fucking name is, but it's like he averaged the longest receptions in the air in the league.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Like he's good.
like
he's good enough to play quarterback for a professional team. So we can just move on for this.
He consistently threw the ball in the air for completions longer than any other quarterback in the league. So let's stop this Tua can't throw the ball bullshit. He can. He's very good at it. He can huck the ball a ways.
He hucks it a ways.
Yeah. The dude can definitely throw the ball 60 plus yards in the air.
So I got Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Patriots, if they even want to keep being a team.
All right.
Yeah, I got Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots.
Okay. I'm just going to record the winners because
even me saying that, Travis, I got the Dolphins making the playoffs still. I think three teams from that division.
That's the thing, is like that's 100% true. All three of those teams could make the fucking playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the craziest part about it. Like,
mm-hmm.
And it almost sucks. Like, why are we all three good at the same time?
Yeah,
it's almost a kick in the ass. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I believe all three teams will make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Dolphins are going to get the week one bye.
All right.
Don't laugh at me.
That's all right. We could all dream.
You're putting your big boy britches on, Jets fan.
They're on. Hey, man, I haven't felt this good since 1969. AFC East, we have our Dolphins, Jets. Let's hop over to the NFC East. I'm going Eagles. Sorry, Matt.
I'm not.
That's just Jalen Hurts is just a fucking, he's on another level.
This is gonna be my biggest like gamble pick. Well, we're only picking winners, so this is still probably gonna be my biggest gamble pick because realistically, it probably will be the Eagles. But I
understand.
I honestly think they're overrated. I really do. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near as good as they were last season.
Yeah, I said that every year when Tom Brady was on the Patriots about the Patriots too. So, and that worked out well for me.
Jalen Hurts is no Tom Brady.
I know.
This is a weird one for me because I don't think my Commanders are going to win the division. That would be a crazy thing to say, wouldn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
We might look like a genius
Maybe Eric Bieniemy
18 weeks from now.
I mean, I've seen the thing in the preseason from my team that I haven't seen since Joe Gibbs was the coach the second time around. We have been making in-game adjustments like on a drive-by-drive basis. Like previously with our offense being run by Scott Turner, the only time adjustments would be made on the offensive and defensive side of the ball is at halftime.
Yeah.
And previous to that, we just didn't make adjustments because who knows? But like we're making adjustments in a lot of them. And when that's happening, we're starting to take the game over. And it's like, oh, wow, we actually, is it really that hard to get coaches in the NFL that know how to make adjustments and pay attention to detail like that?
Well,
I'm starting to feel like there's like most NFL coaches are not very intelligent people. I don't know. I don't know. But it just seems weird to me that like if I'm sitting here at home and being like, hey, they're blowing up the left side of the line, maybe we should put maybe we should run a 2 tight end set and put a running back there to help them out. And the team on TV is not doing it. And
yeah,
the
it's
left
like
side
surely
of
if
the line's
I
still getting blown up, like
surely if I see it, this guy sees it, right?
Yeah,
He's like there.
if I'm at home being like, yo, put a second tight end in there and put a fucking running back over there. Help this guy out. And
they're always like, no, it's fine.
But they finally do that, but it's always after halftime. And now the right side of the line's getting fucking blown up because the other team was like, well, we're not going to just keep doing that because we know that these guys only make adjustments at halftime. So we're going to try something different because they're going to try to stop us. That's not going to happen to my Commanders anymore, apparently.
Yeah.
Because I've already seen it. And I've seen something that I've not seen them do in more than almost 20 years.
Just say it, Matt. Who's winning the NFC East?
The New York Football Giants.
Really?
Yes.
All right. All that shit, and then you say the Giants.
Yeah, well, I told you, I don't think my Commanders are going to win. That would be crazy to say that. I mean, I think we're going to make the playoffs, but this is how I think the NFC East is going to go. The Giants are going to win the division. The Commanders are going to be second. The Cowboys are going to be third, and the Eagles are going to be dead last.
That is borderline retarded, but that's fine.
You just wait.
I'll wait.
When the Eagles start blowing up and everybody hates them, everybody's going to be like, oh, that Matt guy, he was right.
People say sports fandom to this level is a mental illness, and we're just proving our case right here.
I led this off with saying realistically the Eagles are probably going to win the division. I was just like everybody to know that.
You didn't land on that though. Is the issue?
We're having some fun here.
Yeah. All right, Travis, NFC East.
I do think the Giants are going to win the division. I do think the Giants are probably going to be the sneakiest good team in the NFL this year. They have a really good head coach.
I can see it. Yeah.
It's true.
They're on no one's radar. No one.
I think it's one of those sleepers. It's like the Lions, dude. Mm-hmm. I think Lions is going to be like really good this year.
I do as well. They've created a really good atmosphere in that locker room there in Detroit.
I do not think the Giants will be able to fucking surpass the Eagles. And it's not that I come from so much of my family are from that area. I have so many Eagles fans in my family, and I am being a little biased because like that's my second team. Like I love that team. With fucking Hurts, dude, and Smitty and Jason Kelsey, dude, like AJ Brown. I fucking love Coach Sirianni. And dude, Howie Roseman is one of the best GMs maybe of all time.
I cannot stand Nick Sirianni.
I love them both. I love Sirianni.
He's got such a punchable face.
Why? Because he's Italian? Prejudice against Italian this day.
It has nothing to do with him being Italian.
Jesus
Everything
Christ.
to do with him wearing those fucking visors.
That's funny.
Dude, so many coaches wore visors. Yeah, but I think
such a punchable face.
I think the Eagles will take easily take the division. And honestly, I think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl this year. So,
All right.
That's dead wrong, but that's cool. You can think that.
Says the Commanders fan.
I didn't
All right.
say we're winning the Super Bowl. I didn't even say
Let's-
we're winning the division.
All right, let's do the AFC West. I'm going Chiefs. Just
Yeah.
because for obvious reasons. I mean,
I'm with you.
yeah.
Hard to not
There's-
pick them.
Yeah.
there's not really an argument there.
Yeah.
You
All
can
right.
What
go
the
with
fuck
Denver.
what is Jimmy G gonna do in fucking Oakland? Or wait, where are they
Nothing.
now? Vegas, wherever the fuck they are
Yeah.
now. Who cares?
He's not going to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
Hey, did I see? Oh, well, actually, we're about to do the NFC West, I would imagine, since
Yeah.
we're doing the AFC West. So I'll save this for a couple seconds. But anyways, yeah, it's not going to be Denver. Did you guys hear about the thing with Russell Wilson and his like life coach guy?
No.
So probably one of the large reasons why Russell Wilson was so fucking terrible last year. He had this like life coach guy who was like became like one of his best friends. You know, he's like one of those guys that just like they're there for people to talk to. Apparently, like a lot of high profile football players use this very specific guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like a
and he's kind of
guru?
like a quarterback guru. He's kind of just like a life guru. He's kind of like a therapist. Well, he
It's like
died.
a
right?
football guidance counselor.
Yes. But he died right before the season last year.
Oh,
And
wow.
Russell Wilson had been using this dude since like his rookie season in the NFL.
Oh,
And yeah,
wow.
and this dude was like a really, really big part of his life.
All right, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I watched the whole thing on it and I was like, oh shit. But you know, Russell Wilson just kind of seems like one of those guys. You know, he's a little weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
He's and weird is in like probably a little bit of a head case.
Yeah. Totally.
You know,
What was his thing when he got to Denver? What was that little slogan he coined?
let's ride.
Oh God.
That's right.
Yeah, it was so bad. And then he did the Subway commercials too. He's such a cornball.
Yeah.
Oh, Subway's about to get bought out by Arby's. Did you guys know that?
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
We have the meats.
Hey, Arby's is the most underrated fast food place.
Dude, I'll fuck up some beef and cheddars, dude.
Yep.
Well, this could bode well for me. Like the only place, there's like only like two places to eat at my work. One's a cool little cafe that's a little farther away, and the other's a fucking Subway. And everybody hates it because it used to be this cool little deli. So maybe that'll.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have an Arby's than a fucking Subway any day of the fucking week. I mean,
It's just gonna be Arby's subs.
huh? Well, they've got to change some stuff, right?
I mean, it kind of be like a low quality like cheesesteak. If you think
They
How long
started
ago-
slicing their own meats now.
How long ago did they buy out Subway?
no, it's like in process right now. I just
Oh.
read today.
Because Subway's has been doing this really weird thing, and their price, god damn, their prices.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck ever happened to the $5 footlong?
Yeah. That's
Dude, there's
was
like
this,
remember-
1997.
there's like
Remember,
nothing
like-
under $10 at Subway.
2 years ago, remember when they couldn't call their bread because there was so much sugar in it? They just had to call it loaf.
Yeah. I hate Subway so fucking much.
Can I get an Italian on loaf, please?
All right, NFC East. Or I mean NFC West.
Oh wait, did Travis? Did you
Oh,
say
shit.
Chiefs too?
Yeah, I said Chiefs.
Yeah, you
I
said
said
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
too.
Yeah, because it's what is it going to be? The Chargers? No,
Right.
not what they're. Oh wait, did the Chargers have a new head coach? Did they get rid of Staley?
No, I think
I
he's
don't
still
think so.
there.
He's still there. Yeah, then he's got maybe the quarterback with the best arm in the NFL playing a dink and dunk game. Yeah,
I do want to say one thing about that division though, about Jimmy G. Like to a fellow Pazan, handsome doesn't buy you wins, bud.
yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Because you can be handsome and you can be good at something, but you can't be both.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely handsome.
yeah, yeah.
There's only
that's
been
why
one.
that's
there's
why
only
he's
been
not
one
good at that.
man. There's only been one man to do both, and that was Mr. Dan Marino.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out. for awesome Paisan.
Dan Marino.
One of my favorite players of all time.
How could he not be?
Yeah.
How could he not be?
NFC West, I have 49ers.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to talk about, actually.
What is your hot take? The Cardinals?
Oh, no. No, they're going to be garbage. No. Did the Niners release?
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think they did. I think they
Yeah.
released Trey
I'm
Lance.
pretty sure they did. I think Brock Purdy is a pretty solid quarterback. He looks, God, even in the, I can't believe he came back and played in the preseason from basically had to have Tommy John surgery. And he was already slinging it out there in the preseason. But I think Sam Darnold in San Francisco could be the quarterback that he was supposed to be. I honestly don't think Sam Darnold is bad. I think he never got in the right situation. He just kept getting put on bad teams with bad coaches and bad offenses. And that's a real thing. Even Shanahan said something about it. He said something about before the preseason started. He said something about Sam Darnold and people thinking that Sam Darnold's not good. And he was like, "Nah, I got to correct people on that. Sam Darnold's very good, and he's in the place to become good."
Yeah,
but
I can't really say anything about the Shanahan coaching tree since that's basically all the fucking Dolphins right now.
Oh, Shanahan coaching tree. Yeah, you're gonna have two things. You're going to have a really, really good offensive scheme passing wise, and your running game is going to be beast. Like the system that they've come up with for quarterbacks is just so friendly. I don't know why more NFL teams don't use it. Because it's easy for quarterbacks to learn. It's easy for them to read the field. And there's all these other systems that are just so ridiculously complicated. And you see these quarterbacks go into them where they're supposed to be good and they turn out to be garbage. I'm like, I don't think it's the quarterback. I think it's a lot of times the offensive coordinator overthinking things and making shit way more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah. They forget that you got to let people go out there and have fun if you want to be successful. You're playing a game. If you're not having fun while you're doing it. And look at the Shanahans. They made Robert Griffin III look good. They made him look really good.
It's a joke, but it's true.
It is true, yeah.
Because he's not good.
So who you guys got? NFC West, both 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably
down
have the Niners. I do. I'm never gonna discredit Sneaky Pete, but yeah, I probably have 49ers on that one as well.
I mean, the team that's going to give them a run for their money is the Seahawks. As long as
I think it's hard to say about what's his fucking name, the quarterback for Seahawks,
Geno Smith. As long as Geno Smith replicates what he did last year, the Seahawks are going to be good.
But I don't think he was going to be able to. I just don't feel like he's gonna. I felt like it was like a fluke, like one of those guys coming into the league first time. You don't know. Think about a pitcher coming into the league.
Right.
All right.
Well,
They don't know. They don't have any scouting on him.
But that was his first full year of starting.
Geno Smith has been around for a minute, though.
Yeah.
But how much film do they have on him?
A lot. He was the starting quarterback for the Jets for a few different seasons.
Was he?
Yeah, he started for the Jets for 3 seasons. I actually looked this up. I was like, wow, I didn't realize he started for the Jets for that long before they gave up on him.
I must be mistaken on it then. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll give him a run for the money, but I think the 49ers.
Because then he played for the Giants too. But I don't think he might have started 1 game for the Giants.
I never knew he was with the Giants.
Yeah. He backed up Daniel Jones for a season. Okay. I think he started 1 game there, maybe 2. And he wasn't that bad for them either. And then he went to Seattle.
Your boy Danny Dimes.
Uh-huh. Even though he only threw whatever it was, 19 touchdowns last year, he looked worlds better than he had in his entire career. And he's got the coach that turned Josh Allen from being that really, really shitty quarterback he was in his rookie and sophomore seasons into what he is now. That's the dude that did that.
Mhm.
Wait. What is he now?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL, Travis. And yes, he's better than Tua.
You're on the wrong podcast, buddy. Anyways, moving on.
All right, let's go AFC South. I'm going Jags because my boy T Law
Absolutely.
got me into the fucking final of our fantasy league last year. He was a beast.
I'm surprised he wasn't your keeper.
Really?
But, yeah.
Would you have kept him
Who
over?
was your keeper? Who did you keep?
He kept McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, but what the fuck? Of course. Yeah, we kept McCaffrey too.
Yeah, but like in a
Okay.
2 quarterback league, like you have to have 2 good quarterbacks. If you don't have 2 good quarterbacks out of 3 quarterbacks, you're not going to win.
Who won the league last year?
Well, you did.
Who
Yeah.
had Teddy Bridgewater?
What? Yeah, not playing every game.
I'm just
That's funny.
You didn't
I'm-
have
I'm
him last
fucking-
year, did you?
yeah, dude. He was my backup last season for sure. I definitely played him at every game he started at a Dolphins quarterback.
Yeah,
played
because
him
you
in the
had
game.
to because Tua was injured.
Wait, Matt, you really would have kept Trevor Lawrence over Christian McCaffrey?
I
As
would
a
have
keeper?
thought really hard about it. Yeah, because
I don't know.
quarterbacks in a 2 quarterback league
Yeah.
score you hands down the most points.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess it depends on what other people's keepers are. How many people are keeping running backs? There's only 2 people keeping running backs this year.
Really?
Well, there's not. Yeah, you and
Who
me
else?
and Matt Martin kept Saquon, and you kept Christian
Okay.
McCaffrey, and that's it.
I kept Eckler.
Oh, 3. Sorry, that's right. You kept Eckler.
Okay.
Hard would have been a tough decision for me. Yeah.
I had
Very
Devontae Adams, but then I was like,
Why would
different
you?
quarterback.
Why would you keep Devontae? He was not all that.
He was
He got
tremendous last season for me, points
He got-
wise.
Jimmy G throwing to him this year. Like
That's why I kept Eckler.
yeah.
The handsome, the talented factor. We already talked about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 quarterback league. I understand in regular fantasy leagues where it's just 1 quarterback. Yeah, you're going to keep a running back every
Yeah.
time because quarterbacks, for whatever reason, in 1 quarterback systems, the quarterback is not the focal point, and they do not consistently put up the most points on your team, which is just fucking insane to me. Like the quarterback is the most important position in
Yeah.
football. If you have a good one, you're generally a good team. If you don't, you're generally not a good team.
Mhm.
So in fantasy, I feel like it should be the same thing. And
Yeah.
I don't know why it has become this thing where everybody values running backs and wide receivers more. I think fantasy leagues should change a lot of that. That's why I like
Yeah.
CBS, because you can create your own point system
Yeah.
and make that happen. Like I hate that most fantasy leagues a passing touchdown is only 4 points. Like what is that? Why is that a thing?
Yeah.
Really? If anything, the receiving touchdown should be the lesser, not the passing.
Right.
The quarterback's the one that got it there. Well, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be even. I don't get the 4 points for touchdowns. I don't
That's
like
weird.
it. Yeah.
Collusion.
Collusion.
So you guys, who are you going with? AFC South.
Jags. I have to go with Jags.
Okay.
Big Chub Doug.
Yeah.
Big Chub Doug.
All right, so we're all in agreement on that one.
Yeah. Who else? Wait, AFC South.
Colts.
Titans,
No.
Texans.
Colts,
Yeah,
Titans,
Colts,
Texans. Yeah. Jaguars. Jaguars are going to run away with that division.
Oh, do you guys want to? Sorry, real quick.
Go
Something funny. Frank Reich. He's not coaching for the Colts anymore. He's
No.
somewhere. Is he Carolina now?
He got hired as yes.
Something at Carolina, right?
Yes. I believe
so-
he is Carolina's
actually-
head coach now.
He's the third,
Or is he their offensive coordinator?
but he's at Carolina.
I'm like 95% sure. Let me
I'll look it up.
I'm almost
yeah.
positive he's at Carolina doing something.
Yeah, the head coach of the Panthers.
I thought so.
I mean, they got their guy.
I like him. I always liked Frank, dude.
Well, not so much talking about Frank, but their quarterback. I mean, they got Bryce Young. Fuck, was he the number 1 or 2? Did the Texans have the number 1 overall pick? Or was it Carolina?
I don't
It's-
remember.
Bryce
would
Young
say,
and CJ
I would
Stroud.
say no, it wasn't. It was Carolina. It wasn't the Texans because
Yeah, they took
they
Bryce
won
Young
that. Yeah.
number 1, and then the Texans took CJ Stroud at 2. Pretty sure that's accurate. I know they went 1-2. Yeah, so they got the quarterback.
Mhm.
I also would have taken Bryce Young number 1 because, as I know, you never draft an Ohio State quarterback. Many have tried, none have succeeded.
All right, NFC South. I'm going Saints.
Really?
Yeah.
With Derek Carr
Hell yeah.
and not
I
Sean
like
Payton?
Derek Carr.
Really, the Saints?
I'm going to tell you why the Saints. My boy,
Me too.
my home slice, Jamal Williams. I fucking love that guy. That guy's an asset to any team. I fucking love Jamal Williams, even if he's like an RB2.
All right.
Who's their starting? Oh no, Kamara is their number 1. So
So 2 Saints.
really, the Saints?
Yeah, fucking. If you don't know Jamal Williams, look him up. Best
Man,
thing in the NFL.
And I guess
Best personality.
the NFC South really is that bad, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing. What do we have? The Panther. Not. Yeah.
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. The Panthers,
The Bucks with
the
fucking
Bucks,
white bread Mayfield. Nope.
and then fucking Atlanta.
Who even throws for the Falcons?
Can Desmond Ritter? He was a rookie last year.
Oh yeah. Did you see the thing with Xavier Howard when we played them in preseason? They're like, "What'd you think of the Falcons quarterback?" He's like, "What's his name again?" They're like, "Desmond Ritter." Oh, number 12. Yeah. He was good, or whatever his number was.
Number 9.
Yeah, I made up the number, but
Yeah.
I did the quote as best as I could.
But if Ritter sucks, they got my boy Heineke to lean back on.
There you go.
Man, we have to pick somebody to win the division.
We have to.
It's gonna be it has to be the Saints. Who else could it be? It has to be the Saints.
The Saints are garbage.
The division is garbage.
I don't think I've ever looked at an NFL division that's been this garbage before. My God.
Yeah.
I mean, your division has been that garbage before.
Yeah,
Has.
but like
Our division has definitely been that garbage before.
looking at
nope.
the
Actually,
NFC East,
no, it hasn't. It hasn't.
I mean, the NFC East, a few years ago when we won it, being 7-9, was very garbage. But going into the season, that was not the outlook for the NFC East. If you remember correctly, that season, people thought the NFC East was going to be the best division in football going into the season.
Yeah.
That's why the talking heads get fired.
Yeah. Oh man.
So who you got, Matt?
Just say the Saints. It's fact.
They're not going to win it though. They can't. Maybe
Who's gonna win it?
Yeah, who's
all
going to
right, yeah. The Saints,
All
I
right.
guess. Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara. Yeah.
All right, the Bucks with Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and
No.
exactly.
I don't think Baker Mayfield is as bad as most people think he is. I think he just hasn't gotten put in the right situation. I think he's a good quarterback. He's just ended up on really garbage teams. But I don't think that this team is going to be the situation. This isn't a good situation either.
I just don't like that guy. I don't like that guy.
He's got a defensive coach.
AFC North. I got Bengals.
That's a given.
Is Burrow going to be all right?
That's the question, I guess.
Yeah,
Is Bengals a given?
me-
The Ravens are in that division. So are the Steelers.
You're right. Let me go back. I think with OBJ, with the Ravens, I'm not going to put anything past Lamar. I fucking love Lamar. He's a hometown guy. I do like the fucking Ravens. I don't know. Kenny Pickett and Steelers, I don't really know. Deshaun Watson, who knows? He's had a full fucking season to go there now.
This is a strong division right now.
It is.
So I don't think Joe Burrow's injury is going to be a big thing because they said it was mild. So, and the Bengals have been strong, but with OBJ going to the Ravens,
Yeah.
maybe that's a whole thing.
It's hard not to pick the Ravens because they win that division so often. Pittsburgh
Without
too.
OBJ.
Pittsburgh, you'd be gambling on if
Mhm.
Kenny Pickett.
I think Kenny Pickett's going to be good.
I do
think
too.
he's
Yeah,
gonna
I like Kenny Pickett.
I also think he's going to be good.
Yep.
I hate. You know what's funny is more than likely out of that draft class, the best two quarterbacks to come out of it are going to be fucking Kenny Pickett and Sam Howell.
So who you guys got?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think Ravens, dude. Honestly,
Ravens?
looking at the lineup, I think the Ravens, dude. Looking
Okay.
back at it, because I forgot when I said Bengals. Originally I forgot about OBJ going there, and
Okay.
now like all these guys that are like, oh, Lamar's just a running back. I don't agree with that at all.
Mhm.
I think Lamar's one of the better quarterbacks in the entire league.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I say Ravens too.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, up until he loses his speed, is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. When
I agree.
he loses his speed, I don't think anybody's calling Lamar Jackson the next Joe Montana. I don't think he's the guy that's going to sit back in the pocket and pick defenses apart. He uses his legs to get himself out of trouble when. So but once he, until he loses his speed, dude's up there in like the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, 100%.
He's amazing.
Dude, he can sling it. The dude has an arm. He's
that's
accurate.
the thing.
He's accurate.
He doesn't have anyone to sling it to besides his tight ends, and so now with OBJ,
now he's got OBJ.
Mhm.
The dude can sling it for sure. He has an arm.
he can throw.
Yeah, and he's.
And
accurate.
I watched him play down here in high school. Like he was always on the news down here because he went to Boynton Beach High School, which is like 20 minutes south of me. So he was always on the news, and like I love a good Florida boy doing good things.
Hell yeah. All right. Last and
you
probably
got the
least-
Ravens for that too.
Yeah. No, I got the Bengals.
Oh, you got the Bengals.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got the Bengals. So Bengals, Ravens. Last and probably least, the NFC North. I'm going Lions.
I
I'm going
also am
Lions.
going Lions.
I'm going
All right,
Lions.
there we go. We're all in agreement on that.
Dan Campbell and the boys. Dan Campbell. We're going Lions, dude.
Turns out Dan Campbell's a hell of a head coach.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a head coach.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
How do
How
you
you
know?
know?
Because he coached the Dolphins.
That's right. He did coach the Dolphins, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, right after I forget what coach it was. Maybe
Was
it
he an
wasn't
interim?
Gase. Was it Gase? No, yeah. Well, he was kind of like he like finished out the year. I don't. know
Yeah.
if
He was an
Gase
interim head
leaving
coach.
out. Anyhow, the first game we came back, we were playing the Texans, and we beat the shit out of them, and we had a good end of the season. But I really like Dan Campbell, dude. I like his fucking like he has a lot of that.
He's got gusto.
There it is, gusto.
That's a good Italian word.
So we have all of the winners of divisions now. What do you think is going to be the AFC Championship game and the winner? I have the Jets beating the Jaguars in the
So
AFC
you
Championship.
do have the Jets going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because you hyped it up, man. I'm going on Matt. I'm going, Matt
I mean, it might
poisoned
be.
my mind.
It might be.
So I have the Jets beating the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game.
I got
It's probably not going to happen, but that's what I have.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
It might happen.
It could.
Travis is gonna hate me for this one. But I got Bills Chiefs again, AFC Championship.
Okay. Who do you have winning?
Bills.
Okay.
Actually. I think this is their year.
All right, so you had the Jets winning the AFC East, but you have the Bills going to the Super Bowl.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Travis, who are the Dolphins beating in the AFC Championship?
So after a week bye at Hard Rock Stadium, fuck you guys. I have the Dolphins beating the Chiefs at home.
Okay.
Are you writing it down?
Yep.
Is it with like pen or a pencil?
This is pen, son.
Shit.
You're not changing this shit. So it is written. So it is done. All right. So Dolphins, Bills, Jets. We all have 3 different AFC. Ooh, but all from the same division. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
NFC Championship. I'm going Eagles over the Lions.
Oh wow, you're putting the Lions in the championship game. That's bold. It's a bold
Honestly,
statement,
that would be a fucking great game.
Yeah.
That actually would really be a good matchup.
If you remember last year, the Lions almost came back and beat the Eagles after being down like 35 to fucking 7 or some shit like that.
Yep. But that's when wasn't Jalen out that game?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I don't think that was the game that he was out.
There was 2 games. I think
that
it was
like
2.
I want to say that was like week 3.
Oh, it was early. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a Jets Eagles Super Bowl. My wife's a huge Eagles fan, so I'm kind of setting it up for an awesome.
You got the dream battle.
Yeah. So I have Jets over Jags, Eagles over Lions. So give me your NFC Championship game.
I'm going Niners Giants.
Classic 90s matchup.
Yep. I'm telling you guys, the Giants are going to be sneaky good this year.
Who you got winning that game?
Niners.
Okay. So you have a Niners Bills Super Bowl.
Yep.
All right.
I think this could be Eagles Niners, and then the Eagles win.
Okay. All right. So you have an Eagles Dolphins Super Bowl,
which honestly is the worst case scenario for my life. But but yeah, I think that was a thing. I almost thought that was gonna, for through the first 3 games of the season last year. I thought that was going to be a thing because we both started 3-0.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Fuck!" Like, it's kind of my second team.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of love for them, but yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so I have Jets Eagles Super Bowl, and now is when I'll let reality sink in. I have the Eagles over the Jets in the Super Bowl. I let fantasy drive me all the way up to the Super Bowl.
I could agree with that. And
so
that was a big man statement.
Yeah,
that was a big man statement.
It is.
Put your big boy pants on.
Oh yeah. All right, Matt, Bills 49ers. Who's the Super Bowl champion?
This is the Bills' year. They finally win one.
All right.
It's hogwash. This they're 3rd in the division at best.
Travis 49ers or Dolphins Eagles, sorry. Who is your Super Bowl champion?
Don't make me answer that.
Are you going to stick with fantasy or are you going to go to reality?
It's the Dolphins, man.
Okay. That's good because we all have 3 different Super Bowl champions. So now when none of us get it, we could laugh at each other. When it ends up being, the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins comes in.
You like that?
Biggest surprise of the 2023 season. The Eagles go 4-13.
Yep.
I just don't see that being even a possibility.
Yeah. Ronnie Shakes has the Eagles going all the way. Matt Alive, the Bills, Travis, the Dolphins. We'll check back in February.
Months.
But it flies by, man. Once that first game hits, it's all of a sudden it's week 13. You're like, how the fuck did we get here?
It flies by. It's like the quickest time of year. It's like people are like, oh, you talk to people, they're like, oh, I just had a baby. I'm like, well, fucking count your days because it's going to go by so fast. But nothing compares to having an NFL team that you follow religiously because it goes by faster than fucking anything.
So fast. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. So it is written. So it is done.